special shout out to executive producer Jamal for sponsoring this reaction. We really appreciate your sponsorship and hope you enjoy this reaction. Thanks again.
Welcome back to another EP sponsor reaction. This one right here is for Suits, Season 1, Episode number 1. Don't you forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Thank you.
Shout out to executive producer Jamal for sponsoring this reaction, and let's get to the pilot episode of Suits right now. Oh, that's why I had to wear glasses.
Because he be taking that.
Yeah. That's like lit, babe.
This is only half. And why don't you go call the police?
So he's really smart.
You're not just a girl.
They do scammy things to get money.
Gotta get my shit together.
It's the best cheeseburger I've had in my life.
It's from Monday, Trevor. I'm serious.
I feel like
I almost got caught today. I've got
to let it sit,
getting
babe.
stoned. I've got to get my act
Get
together.
better than it did
Dude,
first time.
look at me. You can burn bud and still be a success.
You sell pot for a living.
It still saps the motivation. All I'm saying is, you want in, you are in.
You know, that is word for word your offer before I got caught cheating on your math test in the 3rd grade.
Goddamn memory. Stop. Look, no one's gonna suspect you're a dealer. I mean, look at me. This is a $2,000 suit, Mike. Got like 12 of them. I take on real software projects. I have clients who bring me briefcases filled with cash, and I hand them identical briefcases with vacuum-sealed bud. I'm telling you, man. Hide in plain sight.
Okay, so what do you need me for?
Well, I have a client coming in from out of town, and I can't meet him, and I need someone I can trust to make the drop. It's totally safe. Come on. Help a brother out.
Trevor, a person is more likely to die while dealing drugs than they would be on death row. In Texas.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's from Freakonomics. Do you read anything that I give you? It doesn't matter. I learned it when I studied for the bar.
When I studied for the ball.
Okay, Archer. Fire up this laptop.
I'm going to show you what a Harvard attorney can do. Pick a topic.
Stock option backdating. Although backdating options is legal, violations arise related to disclosures under IRC section 409A. You forgot about Sarbanes-Oxley. The statute of limitations renders Sarbanes-Oxley moot post-2007. Well, not if you can find actions to cover up the violations established in the 6th Circuit, May 2008. It's impressive, but you're sitting in a computer.
Playing hearts.
Playing hearts.
Like
Sorry,
hard.
if you want to beat me, you're gonna have to do it at something else.
How can you know all that?
I told you, I like to read. And once I read something, I understand it. And once I understand it, I never forget it.
Once I
Why take the
understand
bar?
it.
This dickhead bet me I couldn't pass it without going to law school.
Okay, look, this is all pretty fascinating stuff, but I'm afraid I gotta get back to work. I'll make sure that Serpico isn't around waiting for you.
I hate all these faces.
You want this job so much, why don't you just go to law school?
When I was in college, it was my dream to be a lawyer. I needed some money, and Trevor convinced me to memorize this math test and sell it. Turns out we sold it to the dean's daughter. I lost my scholarship, I got kicked out of school, I got knocked into a different life.
Can't you do it online now?
And I have been wishing for a way back ever since.
Well, he had a scholarship, so he probably can't afford
Let me tell you something. This isn't elementary school. This is hard work, long hours, high pressure. I need a grown goddamn man.
You give me this, and I will work as hard as it takes to school those Harvard douches and become the best lawyer you have ever seen.
I'm inclined to give you a shot, but what if I decide to go another way?
I say that's fair. And sometimes I'd like to hang out with people who aren't that bright, just to see how the other half lives.
Move over. I'm emailing the firm I just found our next associate.
Just by the chance, babe.
Like,
All
hang
right.
out with motherfuckers.
You're gonna start a week from Monday. Here's what you're gonna do. First, no more pot. We drug test. Stop smoking now, you'll be fine. I assume that's all the drugs you do.
How do you do that?
You read books, I read people. Potheads smoke pot. That's what they do.
That's not all I do. I have interests.
You're Albert friggin' Einstein and you couldn't manage to get into law school. You think that's not from smoking weed?
Never got-
That's another thing. You're never gonna talk to Trevor again. You're gonna ditch that briefcase and you're gonna get on a plane to Harvard and you're gonna learn everything there is about going to law school there. Did you buy that suit? Yeah. Let's buy some new ones.
Buy that suit. So you gonna put him back in law school?
Hi. How do I sign up for today's law school tour?
You go back in time 6 weeks because that's when it looked up.
You go back in time 6 weeks. See the Harvard agent.
This is Harvard law. We get over 7,000 applications a year. You think you can just walk in and take a tour?
Thank you.
Eduardo Fernandez, who first of all looks like works at the public pool or something. And he comes up to me the other day and I completely know he's a freshman. He looks at me and goes, "Where's the public health?" Which is right around the corner, you know what I tell him?
Clifford Watkins?
Excuse me. Can I help you?
Jonathan Atwater. I work for Dean Wormer in the admissions office.
Yes, of course. Well, what can I do for you?
The dean personally
Yes,
sent
of
me
course.
down here to invite you to a small cocktail hour for some of our more realistic candidates. I would like to keep this sort of thing discreet, so if you subtly hand me your name tag, you can proceed directly to the dean's office.
Congratulations.
Harvard Law
Hey,
is
you
the
want to go to
oldest
this
law
school?
school in the country and boasts the most successful graduates. in
I'm
the
on
world.
tour now.
Currently, we are 6 of 9 Supreme Court justices and the former President of the United States.
Where you put Trevor at though? CIA? You did not deliver that package.
Hi. Good morning.
Have a
here to-
seat.
Thank you.
There she is.
Mike Ross? Hi. I'm Rachel Zane. I'll be giving you your
Oh,
orientation.
that's wrong.
Wow, the murder.
Good.
Good. You hit on me. We can get it out of the way that I'm not interested.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't hitting on you.
Trust me. I've given dozens of these, and without fail, whatever new hotshot it is thinks that because I'm just a paralegal, that I will somehow be blown away by his dazzling degree. Let me assure you, I won't.
Not unless you're like
I was hitting on you.
air
You were.
to the throat.
Take notes
Yeah.
not to repeat myself.
Yeah.
I love you.
Each bank of offices specializes in
Yeah,
its
what
own
she started
area
out
of the
with
law
wasn't right
and is
now,
anchored by a
yeah, so-
department head on either end. So on our left, mergers and acquisitions. On the opposite side, high net worth divorce.
Nice. Mergers across from divorce. Symmetry. Yeah, I should just listen.
The firm operates on a chain of command model. Harvey's your commanding officer. However, Louis Litt, he oversees all associates, so you'll also answer to him.
What do you think about Harvey?
People are in awe of him. They say he's the best closer there is.
What you to do is to tell your story. If you corroborate...
Mr. Ross happened 6 years ago. It was horrible, and there was a reason I didn't do anything about it. They'll put me on that stand and attack me, and I don't want that.
Miss Webster, Joanne, this man is a predator. And if you don't help stop him, he will do it again. Mike? Where are you going? My cubicle. No, you're not. It's painted cup time. I'm sorry, what? Drug test. Follow me. I'm just gonna put my stuff back now.
He's a special kind of douche, baby.
It's consistently this douche.
Painted up time.
I wanna quit.
Come here.
Press until it hurts.
And I'm good. Back to TikTok. Shit.
It's not them. It was a TikTok baby.
Wire transfer from your account to Joanna
This is
Webster's.
2013.
Back to MySpace.
Phone records with Joanna Webster prior to her testimony. And an affidavit stating you paid Miss Webster to falsely testify.
Characters was
Clooney. Keaton.
Did you really quit when you first started?
Of course
Alright, that was episode 1 of Suits. We finally got to it. I knew it had to be coming at some point here. I can see why people like it, gravitated to it, right? If the first episode is any indication of how it's going to go, I can see, yeah, why it's going to be a good show and something fun. It was refreshing. Yes, it was an hour and a half on there. You know, I don't really typically like pilots that go that long, but I get it. This is probably, the network probably felt like this was a hit for them, and they really wanted to establish both sides of the whole world that's happening. And okay, you did that. But moving forward, if they tighten that show down to what it could be, to hit you with that, the quippiness, the case, a little bit of backstory for them, and then just really good closing at the end, I think they'll be off to the races for sure. Because I got no problem with none of the characters thus far on here as well. So thank you again for picking it and putting us on to it. Hopefully we get to see another episode.
Shout out again to executive producer Jamal for sponsoring this reaction. I mean, I really enjoy the characters. I think they have a great dynamic between the both of them. You can see like the mentoree situation in two folds, not only with Harvey and Mike, but also Jessica and Harvey, which I think is a cool dynamic too. And I love the actress that plays Jessica too. I think she's fantastic. So I like how brilliant he is. I like how he has, he remembers everything that he reads, but yet he's still gonna have to learn the actual execution of what a lawyer is. So I think it's a great introduction to the show. I do feel like it went a little bit long, but again, that's because they intentionally made it an hour and a half. So I'm excited to see potentially what a regular length episode is and whether it better addresses the pacing. But all in all, I think it's a great introduction, and I can see the potential of what the show's going to be. Thanks again to executive producer Jamal for sponsoring this one.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another EP sponsored reaction for Suits Season 1, Episode 1. And until next time.